I get all of the vitamin D, the sun that I need. I have affordable access to fresh fruits and vegetables. I have a community of people that love and value me as a woman, as a mother, as a friend. You know, like, no, like the war, the civil war that has happened in the US, where the woman is not valued, the man is not valued, the child is not valued. We got a bunch of narcissistic, selfish, self-serving, egotistical, self-centered people running around justifying who they are and why they are because someone else ain't who they think they're supposed to be.
Hello, welcome to my channel. This is where I share my thoughts and opinion about some things about the diasporans and Africans in general. So today I'm going to talk about a video which is so positive, and I'm glad that this video came on my feed at the right time. I believe that people have always been giving up on Africa based on the things which have been happening some weeks ago, some 1 month ago, and the image of Africa, especially the Gambia, and you know, it hasn't been good for Africans to say that. So it is interesting that we have positive things that we can say about Africa. Now I'm going to talk about Ashley. So guys, this is an African woman who left a corporate job in the USA and moved to Africa to pursue a passion for entrepreneurship and travel. Also, let's just watch the video and then come back. All is not lost for diaspora, especially women. This is a leap of hope to our diaspora women who wants to still invest and still have an image of Africans. So let's watch the video and then come back and say something about it.
Yeah, it's true. I quit my six-figure business, six-figure dollars business. Well, not business, excuse me, career. I said no to that career track where I was making well over six figures, and chose a life on the continent of Africa. And I have no regrets. Well, I do. I said that. I do have some regrets. One of them being, I wish I would have done this sooner, that I would have considered this life sooner, that I would have trusted myself really early on when I recognized that motherhood in the US is, it's not for me. This barely 3 months of maternity leave, barely, if you're blessed, do you even get that? This high price, totally unaffordable healthcare and daycare, childcare system. This idea that you have to work as much as you have to parent in order to be anything of value in a society. I mean, I wish I would have considered it and taken action on that idea sooner, but we do the best we can with what we know. And for many of you that are not yet living abroad but have a desire, I hope that this content has given you inspiration, but more importantly, information to know that it's something that you can absolutely do as well. And so I've seen, you know, a couple of my contemporaries and friends in the virtual space of YouTube speaking about this not being a great decision for women, especially if you are a single woman with children without the quote unquote protection of a Black man. And I would like to say that my experience was different, of course, but it wasn't, you know, being protected in the US, right? So if you are in a space where you have already found a level of success, and I'd say financial success, in your independence as a Black woman, don't give up hope thinking that's the only way that you can experience abundance, because it is coming from a previously high performing, money motivated professional woman that has decided to literally live on less than half of what I was living on before, but I have so much more ease and so much more peace and so much more joy in my life now that I have taken that pay cut and I'm able to literally live and experience life in alignment with the values that I have for myself and my family. So that's the regret that I have. And, you know, also the second regret is I wish I would have saved more. I came to the continent with a decent savings, like way more decent than I hear most people on YouTube coming with, probably less than what many people that actually are successful come with. But I had a substantial amount of savings, so that I knew that I, one, could decide to not work. I, two, could allow myself the cushion and the financial confidence to make the leap, but that also I had that same cushion and financial confidence to build a business and say, in the event that my business took a year, 2 years, 3 years to start producing profit, that I would be okay. And my girls would be okay with our basic living needs met. Food, security, education, you know, safety, like all of those things are really important to me. But there's a lot of saving that I could have done. I mean, I consider myself an aggressive saver. At the height of my saving, I was probably saving 50% of my income. But those things that I was spending my money on, those random Amazon deliveries, when I look at the, you know, I loved flowers. I still do love flowers, love them. And I love to buy them. And I was buying 24 roses every 3 days because I love them in my home. If I would have known, I mean, I could have saved that money and had it in addition to my cushion. But saying all that to say, that was my regret. People talk to me about, you know, how they can prepare, save, stop spending, cut it out. Cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. The food is expensive. The clothes you're buying, even though they're on the Nova and the, you know, these cheap fast fashion, which I also suggest, like, just divest. Divest from this concept that you are worthy because you have things. The most successful people in this world that have the peace, that have the ease that you're desiring, they wear the same clothes regularly. They drive cars that are not big cars. They live in properties that are income producing. So that's a regret. I wish I would have saved more and spent less, although I had a decent savings when I moved. And like I said, I shared that same sentiment. I valued so many things outside of me. I was going through photos and just clearing out things and doing a purge and I just was looking at some of my videos of, you know, I do miss my car. I had a Tesla. It was an amazing driving experience that I do miss. But, you know, aside from that, the things really, where are they? Like, they don't matter to me anymore. I sold so much jewelry, bags, and I still have, you know, I have a couple of heels, or some of the babies made their way over this side to the continent. But yeah, I did. I had a sincere, I was motivated by money, right? And so I did, like many people, had this external validation thing from the expensive things. And that is something that I wish I would have dismissed sooner. And the last regret that I have is I wish I wouldn't have tried so hard to get certain family members on board. This was to my detriment. I had a vision that no one else could see. And isn't that the case for you in so many ways, in so many situations where you've always made the best decisions, you've always been the one caretaking for others, you know, doing for others, pouring into others. But when it comes to you and time to do that for you, people are, you know, where's the party? Now I had tons of friends that I still have that still support and root me on every day in the comments. I love y'all. I value you. I appreciate that seeing and supporting of me, which so many of them have done for so long, even before I could even remember. But I wish that I wouldn't have tried to get people on board that essentially still to the day don't see the vision. And that's okay, because it's not for them. But I wish I would have taken that time and energy and put it elsewhere. But you know, we live, we learn. Those are the regrets that I have. And you know, in those regrets, I am grateful for the lesson, right? Because really, they're not regrets. They're essentially like revelations. And there were a few more revelations that I had along the way that keep me going, right? Because it's one thing to make the move, it's another thing to stay in it. I have friends that are asking me, we catch up and they're like, so are you ever coming back to the States? And I'm like, no, 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 no. For what? I get all of the vitamin D, the sun that I need. I have affordable access to fresh fruits and vegetables. I have a community of people that love and value me as a woman, as a mother, as a friend. You know, like, no, like the war, the civil war that has happened in the US, where the woman is not valued, the man is not valued, the child is not valued. We got a bunch of narcissistic, selfish, self-serving, egotistical, self-centered people running around justifying who they are and why they are because someone else ain't who they think they're supposed to be. And family, the Black woman, the Black man, the Black child is everything there is. And this is not to offend people that say or that choose to be childless, right? Or choose to not enter in partnership. This isn't to offend you. This is simply to say that the things that we have become accustomed to are abnormal. They are unnatural to why we have been created on this earth. We have been created to be in community, to be in relationship, to give care to others. That is why we are here. And whether or not we accept that role and we accept that responsibility, well, the revelation is also that our life is limitly fulfilled when we choose to do less. Everybody has a choice, but when we choose to step into the natural role in which we have been created by God, by the Creator, by the Most High, by the universe, we miss out on that amazing, juicy, incredible life that we created in our head when we were kids. And that's the revelation. So unity is where we thrive. Chaos is where we're divided. And we all know what the division looks like and what it has done to us as a people, as a nation, as a world. And I don't want any parts of it. I want all the parts of this Ubuntu culture that I've been able to experience here in South Africa. And it is exactly why I quit my $6-figure career in the US to thrive in love and abundance and peace and freedom and joy relentlessly here on the continent of Africa. So I hope you found value in that. If you did, like this video, share it with someone else who finds value in it. And if you want some actionable steps on how you can also make this lifestyle choice possible for you, I want you to click the link below, visit us, join us for the Africa Investors Academy Virtual Summit. It's taking place in March, in less than a month. You want to get the pre-sale tickets, the early bird tickets, as they are available right now before we announce the lineup. We've got over 15 speakers ready to blow your mind around how they built their business, their hospitality business, their tourism business, their agri-export business, their freelance business, how they're able to now also sustain here on the continent of Africa. They're gonna tell you what they did and give you an opportunity to work with them one-on-one. The theme is from vision to action. So, I am not here to just share with you, just to keep you inspired. I want to motivate you to take action. I want to take your vision to action so that you can achieve the life that you've always dreamed of on the continent of Africa. In all of the 54 countries, wherever it is that you want to experience that life, I want to support you along the way. So click the link below, join us at the Africa Investors Academy virtual summit taking place online. I'm hosting 2 talks. I can't wait to share with you. Can't wait to see you in the private Q&A for the all access ticket holders. It's going to be a time.
So while I was watching the video, I jotted down some notes, and these are my observations. And I believe that these will also inspire you what Ashley is trying to do back in South Africa. Now listen, I found this video very interesting and inspiring. That's very, very true, because it shows how Ashley and diaspora, especially for a woman who took a bold and risky decision to follow her dreams, and also how she overcame the challenges and obstacles that she faced along the way. She also shares the benefits and opportunities of living and working in Africa. She talked about diversity, culture. She talked about innovation, and the potential for growth of Africa. She also talks about the importance of having a positive mindset. Yes, very, very interesting. Because I was listening and writing these things down, it's because we have been having number of cases in, African being shown as a bad image, for the things which have been happening for a couple of months. But coming in Africa with a positive mindset, it has also shown me, given me a different take about the diasporans who are coming to Africa. The same guidelines remain. Choose the country which serves you well. And Sister Ashley chose to go to South Africa, where she is really, really thriving. She's doing well. She has her own company. She does some training and all other stuffs. So it's a win for diasporans who still have the vision of coming to Africa. And I'll say again, all is not lost. So she has a YouTube channel that she said in the introduction of the video, Ashley in Africa, where she documents her journey and gives advice to others who want to do the same, especially diasporans who want to come and build African. Another thing which makes me find this video interesting is that it shows how Ashley took a bold and risky decision to follow her dreams, and how she overcame the challenges and obstacles that she faced along the way. She also shares the benefits and opportunities of living and working in Africa, such as the diversity, the culture, the innovation, and the potential for Africa's growth. She also talks about the importance of having a positive mindset, a strong network, and clear vision for what you want to achieve. Yeah. And with that, the story of Ashley acts as a great example to diasporans who really, really want to come to Africa, and they have set their mind and they're ready to reap the benefits that comes with endurance that they have while, they're in Africa, His story also shows that you can create your path and live a life that is meaningful and fulfilling to you as a person. I don't know what's the definition of happiness to you. We have people whose definition of happiness is making money. Some people, the definition of happiness is that tranquility, moving away from a corporate society and coming back to Africa where things are just peaceful, having the community, having networking, making new friends, and all those things. You see. So it's about having a meaningful and fulfilling life to you. I also jotted down that she shows that you don't have to settle for a job that you don't enjoy or a lifestyle that don't suit you. You can take action and make changes that will bring you closer to your goals and passion. Of course, this doesn't mean that you have to quit your job and move to another continent. I also noted that where she highlighted quotes and quotes. But you can start by exploring your interest, learning new skills, finding opportunities that align with your values and purpose. We have people who are still wondering, what's my purpose? Maybe your purpose is coming to Africa. Maybe your purpose is coming and investing in the future of Africa. You never know, might turn right to you. Look at Sister Ashley, how she does in South Africa. I mean, she's a woman, and this should act as a motivation to fellow diasporans and African women in general who wants to invest in Africa, who wants for the progressiveness of Africa. And I believe that this is something which is really, really important for us diasporans, you know. Also, I would like to say this. I appreciate how Ashley is honest and realistic about the realities of living and working in Africa. She doesn't sugarcoat the difficulties. I agree. Yeah. I agree with that, because I know it is not easy. And while I was listening to her saying about adapting, the challenges of leaving your fellow loved ones in the United States and looking them how you can catch up with them, but you gotta shut that big door and say that I'm moving forward with my life, and this is what I'm choosing for my life, you know. So she shows that you don't have what I'm saying, that she doesn't sugarcoat the difficulties and challenges that she faced, such as the bureaucracy, the corruption, the infrastructure, the culture shock. True, you gotta deal with that when you come to Africa, you know. She also acknowledges that our experience is not representative of the whole continent. True, we have some people who doesn't have the same experience while they come to the motherland, but I believe one small change can inspire different people who also have the ambition of coming to Africa, whether it's investing, whether it's living, or whether it's doing something else. But you can come and find a purpose, what you can do for yourself in your life, you know. So the story of Ashley is really, really inspiring. However, I know not diasporans who have made it to Africa share the same sentiments. I also recognize that we have brothers and sisters from the diaspora who came to Africa, and due to a number of things, they also left and returned back to the United States, you know. So she doesn't share the same sentiments with other diasporans who have ever came to Africa. So while I was listening, I also jotted this down. You know, she also admits that she made some mistakes and learned some lessons along the way. She doesn't claim to be an expert or a guru, but rather a student and a learner who is constantly growing and improving. So, this life has no remote, you know. Every day you're a student, every day you're a teacher. You can learn, you can become a student, you can become a teacher. These things are reversible. So that's the riddle of life. And I appreciate Sister Ashley for taking this great move to come to Africa. That's especially South Africa. Now, I also asked myself these questions. What do you think of Ashley's video and story? Tell me in the comment section. Do you find it inspiring or crazy? Also tell me in the comment section. Would you ever consider doing something similar or different? Also, I asked myself this question: what are some of the things that you want to do or achieve in your life? Let me know in the comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. This is Eugene from Kenya. I'll be bringing you these content. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. Brethren, it is on Thursday. I hope that when the weekend comes, you'll have a great weekend. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.